What's up, folks? Deion back, Digital Hobby Labs, and just working and ranting, and watching the market and working, etc. I was thinking. So, and obviously, this probably doesn't pertain to everyone, but I was thinking about, I was sitting here at work and I was just saying to myself, I don't really feel like working, right? I don't really feel like it. I don't really feel like working. And, I'd imagine most people feel this way, right? They don't really feel like doing whatever they're doing. And it's not that you're ungrateful. It's not that, it's not it at all. Having a job is a blessing. Having income is a blessing. The ability to do so, etc. Right? But I was just thinking on how we find the energy. We muster up that energy or that willpower or to do what we do for a living. And so it's there, the point I'm saying. No matter what it is, that willpower to want to stay doing what you're doing, it exists. And, when it comes to like maybe entrepreneurial things, or not necessarily entrepreneurial, but just things that you want to do outside of work, you gotta really ask yourself, when you don't do those things, why? Why don't you have that extra willpower to do those things? Why do you fall short? If we could do it for work, for a living, why can't we do it for fun or for enrichment or to build something that might actually move us away from being so reliant on doing something that we don't necessarily want to do all the time, or maybe not so long, maybe whatever it is. I can think of some things for myself that I will want to do besides work, right? Obviously there's trading. Trading is a hobby of mine. It's fun. And I think about, could I do this for a living? Could I sit here and, speculate, or maybe, learn how to not just do it for fun, but do it for a living? Will I be miserable? I feel like that would be a miserable existence if you don't got your shit together, if your money ain't right, or whatever else you might think of doing. I could think of a few things for myself. I always think, man, what if I just took care of dogs all day? Property, bunch of dogs, and subscription, good clients. Would that be work? I would probably still be doing something like this, just talking junk on a microphone, making music, building things. But in the meantime, I'm like hanging out with dogs, walking them, making sure that they got food and good playtime and they're all safe. That doesn't seem like work at all. Obviously it is. You gotta clean up poop, and maybe you might offer a dog cleaning service within that or something. But the point being is, we can find the energy for the stuff that we have to do. How about finding the energy for the things that we want to do? Build that app AI makes it super easy for you to figure that out now. Start that business, start that course. AI helps you learn a lot faster than you would have by just watching videos. So you can kind of get into what you want to do much easier. So what is it? Why don't we? Why don't we? And I think that's a question that each person has to ask themselves. You know, obviously, I was talking to my cousin, and he has twin daughters and a son, and that he takes care of, you know, on a day-to-day basis, which is getting him up, getting him to school, getting himself to work, getting off, getting the kids, getting them back home, getting them to practice or whatever sports they're in or whatever they need to do. You know, plus getting, you know, making sure they eat. And he has a wife, and they do this together, but they have different hours. So sometimes I think they just kind of rotate. When she's off, this is her job. When he's off, this is his job. So either way, you know, we were having a conversation about this and the dilemma of having children, the dilemma of having a career with children. It removes all that extra time that you may have had to do something else, do something extra, work on that thing. And so, you know, it's all valid, man. It's all valid. And you have to have that willpower and that energy, whether you do it or not, whether you want to or not, to take care of your family, to take care of your livelihood, you know. But all I'm saying is figure out a way to use some of that willpower, even if it's just 10, 15 minutes a day, to work on your thing, to work on you, to build that thing that you want to do, because life is short. Life is short. And it gets shorter every day. Goes without saying, that's stating the obvious. So do the thing before there's no more time to do the thing. Get it done, go to the place, finish the thing. All right. Deion, Digital Hobby Labs. If you like this content, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, peace.